This was the first time anyone was ever going to see him fight on screen. This is how that fight almost didn't happen. So this was Sanji's very first fight. And this was the first time anyone was ever going to see him fight on screen. It was the first time I was ever going to fight on screen. And for a while in the script, he wasn't meant to fight at all. There's a huge amount of pressure on it. We went through lots of different versions of the fight. At first, he was meant to be making the tuna inside, having his argument with Zeph, and then he comes outside, goes straight to the Straw Hat table. From my understanding of it, Oda wanted there to be a fight there. It was important to introduce his character as somebody who had all of these skills, who cared intensely and had a talent for creating edible pieces of art, who had this very toxic relationship with the head chef, and was very capable physically. We had to show that he was a master chef, that he was an artist, that he was an emotionally complicated person in 2 minutes. That's all the time we had. This is how that fight almost didn't happen, and how we rebuilt it from scratch to be something that was unmistakably Sanji. It was important for the Straw Hats, especially Luffy, to also recognize that in him before they go on this journey together. And when he was meant to have a fight, they told me last minute, and I was underwater as it was. I was already struggling to just get my abilities to the point where they needed to be. So when it came around, I was a little bit nervous about it, but then as soon as it was a thing and I understood that this was happening, whether I liked it or not, it was really important for me to make that the best that it possibly could. I have some of the previses, and for those of you who don't know, okay, a previs is a fight design that the stunt team puts together to show the actors, to show the directors, to show the producers, to make sure that everybody's on board with the idea for the fight. I remember sitting down with Donnie, who was my trainer that had flown over from England, a stunt guy, to help me train basically all day. For some reason, all of the previses felt absolutely fine. Like, he kicks, people get knocked out, great, but it just didn't feel individual enough. Felt like I could have taken those previses and I could have given them to like any other character in any other universe. We came up with a lot of different versions of it, some of them bad, some of them better. One of the versions, we had this idea that maybe I could do the fight with a plate in my hand and then finish with a kick that stays up. And because I didn't have the strength to keep my leg up, we devised this way by which I could basically attach my foot to a rope that was attached to a crane on the ceiling that somebody could pull my leg up with. So I could finish the kick, boom, and then somebody would hold my leg up. Thankfully, we didn't go for that version of the fight. I wanted there to be some kind of party table kick homage. And we hadn't figured out how to do that. Nobody really knew how to do a party table kick in a live action. And nor was I gonna be able to, even if somebody did know how to do it. I didn't feel that like the right time or the right place to be busting out a party table kick, because there wasn't really enough people to use it against, and nor was there really the space. But I wanted to pay some kind of homage to it. I wanted to take the inspiration from the source material and use it. I didn't want to ignore it. I saw this reel of someone doing a 360 cartwheel, like a helicopter cartwheel, on Instagram, and I brought that in to the team, and we started playing around with trying to figure out if we could get my body to do that. And we practiced that for like a whole day, and we got it to a place where it was feasible, where I didn't look like a complete idiot doing it. So we're like, all right, cool. Maybe the helicopter kick can be there. We can bounce it off of the table. And then what else is gonna make it feel quintessentially Sanji? I can't remember whose idea it was. Shout out to Bronwyn, one of the stunt guys. He said, how about you hold a plate? How about you hold a plate in the scene while you fight them? And I was like, well, how am I gonna spin kick and stuff with the plate? And so we spent days just trying to figure out how we could keep the plate level. Same as in the original Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, where he's in a cafeteria and he does something and everything flies up, and then he catches all of the things on the tray. And it was done with practicals. It was done in the scene. It wasn't done with CGI. We thought, okay, maybe we could use that as inspiration, and we could figure out a way to keep something on the plate whilst kicking by just playing around with all the different ways that you could move a plate without tipping it. That became the fight. I drilled that motherfucker till it was dry. I must have spent 50 hours just on that. Every single day, warm up, run the fight. Every single day, cool down, run the fight. Every single day off, where we didn't necessarily have anything particular to do, run the fight. It was worth it. And then on the day, get there, I'm already nervous. We spend about 5 hours just doing the tuna bit. And so we had maybe an hour and a half left in the day, at the end of the day, and everyone's tired, to shoot the fight. We spent the whole day doing tuna. At the very last minute, the director, Tim, love him, great man, great director, says, yeah, no plate. I'm like, what
do you mean, no plate?
It's like, it's not in the script. I'm like, yeah, I know it's not in the script, but it's in the previs. Like, and I've been rehearsing with this plate for 2 months. I've been rehearsing with this plate. What do you mean, no plate? He's like, no plate, it's not in the script, it's distracting. I don't know how to get the plate there. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know how to get the plate there? I've got the plate in my hand, I take the plate with me. He's like, yeah, but I don't know how to do it. Right, like this. Plate comes with me. That's how we do the plate. For some reason that was complicated to figure out. And originally I wanted to have like the tuna. I wanted to have the plate of tuna. He's like, yeah, but who are you taking the tuna to? Nobody's ordered the tuna. I'm like, somebody could have ordered the tuna. We settled on, it's gonna be a bread basket. Somebody planted a bread basket for me in the mezzanine. So I come out, I put my jacket on, and there's the bread basket that I pick up and I take with me. And we did the scene, and the bread kept flying out of the bread kept flying out of the fucking thing halfway through the scene. I do the scene, the bread fly out, and hit somebody in the face. One of the props department, thank God for the props department, had glue. So we glued the bread inside the bread basket, and finally we were able to do the scene. 2 stunt guys that were doing the scene with me, they really encouraged me and spurred me on. Okay, so we do the first, we got the actors there, the actors playing full body and galley. We do a rehearsal of the scene. And again, I'm really nervous. And the first rehearsal, I tell the guy playing galley, I say, hey bro, listen, I'm gonna spin kick on this, okay? There's not really a way for me to spin kick slowly, so I'm gonna spin kick, just make sure you get out of the way for me. He's like, yeah, okay, cool. We do the rehearsal, and first rehearsal, a spin kick to the face. Fuck, I'm sorry, bro. I'm so sorry, dude. I told you I was gonna spin kick. You needed to get out of the way for me. He was like, yeah, don't worry. He was a big guy, strong guy. And we were like, all right, let's run it again, just making sure everyone's safe, everyone knows what's happening. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna spin kick. Make sure that you're out of the way. Yeah, okay. Shh. Bro, I'm gonna spin kick. Don't be there, because you're gonna get hit in the face. Anyway, his stunt double ended up stepping in and, killed it, helped a lot. And then Rion, who stepped in for the other actor, we did a couple of run-throughs of the scene, and he was like, you've been kicking for long? And I was like, no. He was like, you're doing well, bro. Keep going. I was like, thank you, bro. And then we just sent it. I'm really stoked with that fight. It's a short fight, but that's the fight that meant the most to me and the one that I am probably most proud of.